And we are live. My name is Richard Atherton. I'm an advisor and a coach and facilitator. And today we are going to explore two very powerful techniques that you can use when dealing with complex problems. The first is Lego Serious Play, where we use Lego models to explore complex domains. And we're going to team that with another powerful communication technique called clean language. And the lady who trained me in clean language is here now, Judy Rees. Welcome.
Hello, lovely to be here. I'm Judy Rees. I'm a consultant, mostly helping people to build stronger professional relationships over video meetings. And that sounds pretty techy, but in fact, it's all about people and the way they communicate and the conversations and the dialogues that they have. And the principles I apply and that I teach mainly come from this funny named thing, clean language. About 10 years ago, I co-authored a best-selling book about clean language, which it's been translated into Russian and Japanese, if you're interested in that kind of thing.
Fabulous, wonderful to be here with you, Judy. And okay, so if you're dealing with a cultural challenge, maybe it's a team dynamics issue, maybe it's a complex negotiation, anything complex, and especially where it involves human beings, organizational structures, then modeling it out using Lego can be a powerful way to develop deeper insights into the problem, develop metaphors and different ways of understanding the problem. And so for the next 5 or 10 minutes, Judy and I are going to explore a Lego model that I've created that relates to a problem that I have right now. And we're going to use clean language to explore it. So that's what you're in for the next 10 minutes or so. And very briefly, we'll just recap the key elements of clean language and Lego Serious Play before we dive in. So Judy, clean language.
So clean language is a precision inquiry methodology. It's about asking questions to find out about the subtleties in what somebody's saying. That can be really useful if it sounds like you know what they're talking about. But actually, once you ask a few questions, you get to find out the differences between what you thought and what they're really saying. That can make it much easier to understand each other. Instead of thinking we understand each other, we talk about it until we actually understand each other. And as a side effect of being asked these questions, you get to find out more about what you think. Because a lot of us don't think very deeply about what we actually think. We just think what we think. And we don't think, oh, that's slightly different to what they think. We think the other people are like us. But the fun starts when we start to discover how different everybody is.
Thank you. And Lego Serious Play, it helps us develop empathy. When somebody models out a problem, they're putting a lot of their heart and soul into that model. So we develop a deeper understanding of what's behind what they think about a particular issue. We can develop shared understandings, especially when we're building out shared models. Today, it'll be an individual model of mine, but we can extend this technique. And it stimulates imagination. It gets us into a playful state. It has us think in entirely new ways about old problems. So let's get into it. Here is a Lego model that I have prepared earlier, and I'm going to bring this into the stream now. So let me add this to the stream, and let me also make this center stage for everybody. So here we go. Here is the model that I have created. And so I finished the build phase of the Lego Serious Play technique, and I'm now in the sharing phase. I'm going to briefly share my story of this model with Judy, and then Judy is going to employ some clean language to help us explore it. So what I've created here on one side of this model is obviously an elephant, and this represents an old way of working for a particular organization that I'm helping. Some people are very, as you can see, looking directly at that elephant, which I'm saying is representing this old way of working. So they're very attached to it. They love it. It's very familiar to them. And there's a person out here at front who's a little bit more faced out to the outer world. And what they can see is an entirely new culture here, represented by the green shoots, the flowers, and something that's a little more dynamic and fast moving, represented by the tiger here. And the problem we have really that they're on the same plate here, the same green plate. So ostensibly they're within the same organization, but they're really struggling on how do they manage these two cultures simultaneously? How do they create something that's cohesive, that needs to accommodate both styles of working? So that's the issue I'm dealing with, Judy.
So what kind of green shoots and flowers?
So these are green shoots and flowers that are young, obviously, right? So that there's an alignment there to youth, new. They're prettier and shinier, perhaps. So they have an allure, and they're taking space. They're taking space, so they're potentially a threat to other plant life in the garden.
Mm. And that tiger, what kind of tiger is that tiger?
It's an aggressive tiger, and it's hungry, and it wants resources. It wants food. It's yeah, and fun. It's a fun tiger.
Mm. It's hungry and it's fun. Is
Yeah.
there anything else about that tiger when it's fun?
Yeah, it gets very sad when it can't do its tricks. Yeah,
What
it
kind of
doesn't like
tricks?
to be in. Yeah, but balancing on many objects at the same time. Yeah, this is a circus tiger. It can it can dance. It can roar. It can grab attention. It can leap from place to place. It has a lot of autonomy. It knows its own mind. Yeah, it's not easily tameable, this tiger.
Hmm. And the tiger and the flowers and the green shoots and the elephant are on the same plate. Is there anything else about the plate?
Yeah, the plate does represent a constraint. So there's no getting off the plate. none of these creatures or flora can survive off the plate. Yeah, there's there's no way to. They've got to learn. Yeah, they've got to learn to accommodate each other and live with each other on this. Yeah, in this area.
Mm. When they've got to learn like that, what would the tiger like to have happen?
Yeah, I think it would like to be. It would like to be in a show with the elephant ultimately. Yeah, so I hadn't considered this a circus restaurant. Yeah, it would like to be. It would like to. It doesn't want to be competing so much with the elephant for resources. Yeah, it wants to be part of the same show.
Mm. Is
Yeah,
there anything
I
else
think
about that show?
well, actually, the show is much more fun and entertaining if the elephant and the tiger could start dancing and doing tricks together. It'd be a much better circus.
Mm.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be. They don't have to be two sides.
And when they don't have to be two sides, and the tiger would like to start dancing with the elephant, what would the elephant like to have happen?
Yeah, good question. I think the elephant would still like to know that at least for some of the acts it got to lead. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
at least some of the time it's not just about the tiger. Yeah, yeah.
And when all of that, is that an okay place to end this quick demonstration?
Yes, given all of that is an okay place to end this presentation. I'm not sure how much it was. I'll remove our model now, but I'm not sure how evident that was to people viewing, but it certainly helped me there develop new possibilities around how we could frame what we're trying to achieve in this particular organization. Yeah.
From the outside, it looked as if there were a couple of moments where the questions generated an insight or an idea or a thought about the model that you definitely hadn't had when you put the model together.
Yeah, that's right, and I think that's the difference that clean language brings to Lego Serious Play. It almost gives you that opportunity to have the model as the starting place, and of course, generally discussions within Lego Serious Play does allow for a wider exploration of the model. But I think this really keeps up the creativity and has it transfer into your imagination and allows you to make perhaps further leaps than you might be able to do otherwise, were it just more of a, I suppose, a vanilla inquiry of the model. Yeah, no, that's certainly true.
Of course, I've been asking clean language questions for a long time, and I have a system for doing it. I know why I'm asking what I'm asking. But even just random questions about a model like that can generate quite interesting insights in quite a short bit of time. Because people just, when asked to put their attention on something that they've chosen, their whole system somehow has chosen it. Metaphor is the atom of thought, the native language of the unconscious mind. So that's why Lego Serious Play, well, one of the reasons Lego Serious Play is so great, because it forces you to activate your metaphorical thinking just to be able to put something on the plate. But it's never accidental. No matter how fast you have to create that model, there's always something underneath that has helped you to choose that brick rather than the other brick.
Yeah. And it gave me, and that deepening that metaphor and then sort of almost another one emerging about a circus show. Also helped me develop some empathy for one of the groups involved here. So, that was very powerful. Yeah.
I'm very curious. Does this represent a real situation in which you're engaged, or does it represent a made-up situation?
A real situation that I have encountered. Let's say that. Yes. So wonderful. I really enjoyed that. I hope that for some of you listening to this, I don't think this is going to work as an audio. You've
It could be quite funny, couldn't it?
That's right. It could be. It would sound quite random, I suppose. Yes, but at least it's given you a taste of what Lego Serious Play can offer, how it can be combined with clean language. So thanks for watching, for listening, and Judy, for people who want to know more about clean language, where can they go?
Well, they can find me on most of the internet. I'm all over the place, but reesmccann.com is where they can find my blog posts, sign up to my link letter, and in particular find out about our course Collaboration Dynamics for Facilitators, which is a training course for group leaders, facilitators, agile coaches who want to understand how to use clean language with groups and teams in a way which delivers benefits for everybody involved from day one.
Right. Fabulous. And for people who want to learn more about me, I'm at firsthuman.com. We offer team development, leadership development, facilitation, and Lego Serious Play and clean language are two techniques that we often use, sometimes in isolation, sometimes together, to help our clients. So once again, Judy, thank you. It's been a pleasure, and I'll end it here.